In one of the most anticipated movies of the year, 50 Shades of Grey, Oscar winner Marcia Gay Harden stars as Christian Grey's mommy, who has no idea what her little boy has been up to all night long. Take a look.
Isn't it very pretty?
Please welcome the fabulous Marcia Gay Harden.
Everybody here looks fantastic. Look at all the red in the audience.
Right?
Yeah, love it.
So now, baby, did you read these books before you took the role?
I mean, I didn't have an iPad when the books first came out, and I was not going to be on the subway going, huh? Right? I was offered it, and then I read it, and then I was like, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, hoo hoo.
Right. Yes.
Yes, and have you seen it yet? Because it was top secret, right? No, the show, the movie.
Mine or someone else's?
Who's ever. But the film is like in lockdown, right? Until it gets released, everybody like, have you seen it?
It was, and I have seen it, and it was very hot. Very, very hot. Of course, I'm the mama. I'm a little bit biased, but
Who wanted to be in it? Why?
well, it's called the Red Room of Pain and Pleasure. So that enough made me want to go see what it is. And on the last day of shooting, after I'd done all the Mama Gray, surprised at my boy, and then Sam, the director, said, would you like to see it? And I said, yes, I definitely would. And I went in, and it is beautiful. I mean, it's luxury, right? It's a luxury. You're not going to find this one on the internet.
It's a luxury taste.
Yeah, exactly. Luxury. And pleasure, right?
He's a billionaire, so he can make...
And that, for a woman like me, is the biggest fantasy of all. Maybe there will be a billionaire who will actually meet me and lavish things on me.
Yeah.
Well, some lovely things on me.
It's such a phenomenon, right?
It is a huge phenomenon. Someone said that the people who've been able to come into the screenings, the previews, that it's 99% women, 1% gay men, and everyone is screaming at the cameras and loving it and loving the film. But I think it's a good date movie. And every
like
man...
that poor husband in there, like the one husband.
Not the poor. Every man whose wife has ever read these books or is going to see these movies has said, oh, I didn't have to work very hard that week.
Yeah.
So there's no poor man at all.
Maybe there's a pain and pleasure in his house, too.
Do you find the film to be very liberating for women?
How do you mean liberating?
Well, you know how people, think that women are not kinky or extremely sexual beings, and we are. Why do you think this movie's so popular and it hasn't even come out yet?
Right.
The book, 100 million people have read it.
Right.
And so
I think what's interesting is that the book made me think that if there's going to be some fun in the bedroom, it probably often comes from the woman's bravery to introduce it. Because no one wants to be judged. And when you're in a relationship, it's hard to introduce... first of all, I hope everybody's tried a necktie. To me, that seems very simple. I hope I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
Universal's like bringing the curtain down right now. She's out of here with the necktie.
While you're having sex, just having a little necktie on, or...
That's exactly what I mean.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Right. But, have a little fun. Why not have a little fun? Of course, in the movie, it's going to a certain place,
right.
And she has to learn, as anybody does, what are her boundaries. And I think that is also what's liberating for anybody, is to learn how to say no.
And it's
that's not
sex,
for me.
right? Boundaries.
Boundaries are better than sex.
No, that's a bigger issue than just sex. Boundaries in any relationship.
There's a lot of subterranean issues in this.
Yeah.
Your tweets have been pretty funny. We've been following you on Twitter. Can you read some of them for us?
I will. I started tweeting some kind of racy little tweets as Mama Gray and keeping her kind of innocent. And so here was one. I said, Dear Christian, and he always wears torn jeans when he's going into the room of pain and pleasure. Dear Christian, no torn jeans to the family Thanksgiving dinner, please. And thank you for dropping off this unusual turkey.
I thought you said you would never show that picture. We took this picture when we were hanging out.
Yeah.
And she said she'd never show this picture of me.
If this is whoopi, all that's a spray tan. That's all I have to say. Okay.
So hurt.
And the other one, if you don't know what these are, they go someplace like that. But Mama Gray says, Dear Christian, I found this in the pocket of your trench coat. Please put one on my Christmas list. What a lovely sweater class.
I love Mama Gray.
I love Mama Gray.
I love it.
She
Didn't they
maybe just
do?
wants to see the turkey again.
I want to see myself again.
Yeah, Whoopi can't get enough of me. I'm loving you in you're in How to Get Away with Murder.
Get away with
season,
murder, right? With the
Is that fun?
amazing Viola Davis. Yes, it's
She is.
super.
You're just a secret holding kind of girl.
Yeah,
How's
right?
your babies, Marcia?
They're so good. Well, Rosie was the first talk show I ever went on was yours when I couldn't do that acorn whistle.
Right.
I was so nervous.
But it's all right.
And then she took me downstairs and just saw the playrooms. And then I was just getting, I think I was just pregnant at the time.
Right.
And I saw all how you have playrooms and how you had set it up so kids could play at work, and it was
Right.
amazing. And my kids are now, my daughter's 16, Yuleila's 16. She will not be going to 50 Shades of Grey. And, and
And
my
the twins.
son, Hudson, is 10, and Jalid is 10. And Hudson, the boy, said, oh, Mama, I know all about 50 Shades. I said, how'd you know all about 50 Shades? He said, well, Mom, every sitcom on the air, they have some old housewife reading 50 Shades of Grey, and then everybody makes fun of her.
Right.
So it's like a big joke on the sitcom.
Yes.
So I said, okay, let's just keep it that way.
That's right.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
You know what? You have to come back as often as you want to,
I
because
love
we love you.
I
We
love
love you. Our thanks to Marcia Gay Harden. 50 Shades of Grey opens in theaters this Friday. Make sure you get out and see it. We'll be right back.